Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it is time for another edition of the weekly track Roundup, where I go over what I felt were the best and the worst tracks of the week. And that is that. You know what it is. That's what we do. First, before I get into all these tracks, a shout out to our sponsor, the good people over at The Ridge. They make these nifty, awesome, different colors if you want them, metal plated wallets that fit nicely in your front pocket. Been rocking mine for not even months, years now. Years. My mom was a Ridge wallet. That's how far me and Ridge wallets go back at this point. Hit up the link down below. Use promo code MELON, 10% off. And yeah, just awesome freaking wallets. Awesome freaking wallets. Also down there is our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from that if you decide to buy some colorful pressings of records. And also Patreon. Our Patreon page is down below too. Hit that up, get some extra bonus monthly content. We actually just dropped a brand new Patreon-only episode of Let's Argue, where I talk about those epic history rap battles on YouTube, amongst other things. But yeah, brand new, fresh Patreon-only episode. Of course, if you join up, you get access to that one and every other piece of Patreon-only content we have done thus far as well, and our Discord too. And that is going to bring us right to the worst tracks of the week, everyone. The worst tracks of the week. A couple, not too many, just a couple. Starting off with Babam, we have YG and Kalani hooking up again on a brand new track. It is a very slow, boring, nearly soulless pop rap and R&B combo with, I mean, aren't these guys an item? Why is there so little chemistry on this track? Why is it so underwhelming to hear both of these two on a song? I don't know. It's confusing, but I guess it is what it is. Moving on from there, we have Migos, Young Thug, and Travis Scott all appearing on Give No Fuck. And yeah, I mean, the Migos performance on the front end of the song is so boring and uninteresting that it basically... Young Thug can't even save the track. There's just so little going on here. It's disappointing given everyone who's involved. A lot of names, a lot of name recognition, but I think that's truly the only thing this track has going for it. Moving on from there, we have also a new track from a Boogie with a Hoodie. And he has a new project out, this Artist 2.0 project. Roddy Ricch, Gunna, London on the track on this song. And frankly, it's just too many dudes doing the same shit on the same track. Like, I mean, if you're going to have a bunch of guests on a single track, at least bring some people on to counter what it is that you do exactly. Because in the way that you're doing it and executing it and delivering it here, it just sort of sounds like everyone fighting and competing to do the same exact thing. When, I mean, I don't even need to listen to this track to know that Roddy Ricch is the best vocalist out of everyone on this song. So, I don't know. Just seemed really redundant and kind of annoying. Just like a pig pile of dudes all trying to do the same vocal style. Just really obnoxious. All right. The tracks that I was kind of meh on, and by the way, that song was Numbers. That track was Numbers. If I didn't already say the title, Numbers. Can't say I'm all that excited to hear the new Boogie record either, though I've never been a big Boogie fan to begin with, but what are you going to do? All right, the tracks I was kind of meh on. Tracks I wasn't crazy on. Tracks that I thought were just okay, but were still worth mentioning. We have one, Static X, the new metal band Static X, the industrial metal band Static X are back with a new project. Apparently... or new project on the way soon. This single apparently features vocals from the late Wayne Static on it. Sounds okay. I mean, I'm not super crazy about the soaring, clean vocals throughout multiple portions of the track, but you know, that main riff, some of those screams, sounds like classic Static X. We also have 6 Organs of Admittance over here with a brand new track, the 101. It is some fuzzy, psychedelic, lo-fi goodness. Maybe goes on a little too long, and I wish it was a bit more dynamic sonically, but, if you're a 6 Organs of Admittance fan and you want to hear some fuzzy psych, give it a try. Give it a shot. We also have Sam Smith over here. Brand new Sam Smith single and ballad, To Die For, is the title of their new song over here. And it's got a really great vocal performance, powerful vocal performance, beautiful vocals on it. But tune is fine. And really, it's the production that is so sterile and squeaky clean to the point where it just feels very soulless. That kind of ruins the whole thing for me personally. Moving on from there, we have Royce da 5'9", another teaser track from his upcoming record, which he has dropped quite a few up until this point. Quite a few. Upside Down with Benny the Butcher is this new one over here. I like the beat. I like the jazzy interpolation of the melody. I can't exactly place right now on the hook. The guest singer he has on that. There are a lot of aspects of this track that I like, but those opening bars about this person fucking this person who looks like this person and da-da-da-da-da, it's like, dude, like, what is this obsession? And it goes on for so many lines. What is this obsession with who is fucking who and what they look like and who they look like in comparison to? Attraction is a spectrum. And as long as everybody likes who they're fucking, that is all that matters. It is not as big of a deal as you are making it out here. And it's just a really annoying way to start the track, frankly. But still, there are aspects of the song that I do like, and I'm just hoping to find more enjoyable cuts deeper into the record when he drops the entire thing, because it does seem like a pretty lengthy project. We have Napalm Death. One of the most long-running and amazing acts in extreme music. They are back with a new single, Logic Ravaged by Brute Force. And it has some pretty obnoxious, somewhat cleanly, melodically shouted choruses, though the riffs and more aggressive bits are cool. There are some elements of it that I would say are a little metalcore influenced, industrial influenced, which is kind of a cool change of pace for Napalm Death. Color me intrigued at this point. Color me intrigued. I'm a little on the fence with it, but maybe hearing other tracks that are maybe reinforcing some of these ideas that have better songs behind them, I might grow to like it a little bit more. We also have Laura Veirs, singer-songwriter Laura Veirs over here, coming through with a very raw recording of a new song that sounds like she is fresh off of the demise of some sort of relationship, while the fidelity of the recording here is not fantastic or anything. The lyrics are pretty intense, and there is quite a bit of a heartbreaking emotion kind of, radiating off of her voice on this one. So give it a try with that in mind. We also have Failed Flowers, a group I got turned on to through just kind of perusing my my YouTube feed. And this song over here, Faces, is a pretty sharp piece of jangly twee pop with some very light, breezy, melodic, catchy lead vocals. It's quite nice. And we also have No Place Like Home, new track from Chicago rapper Consequence, featuring some vocals from Phife Dawg. And essentially a hometown tribute. The bit where Phife does show up for a little is pretty cool and adds quite a bit of character to the track. Instrumental is a little middle of the road, in my opinion. Tone of the track overall is kind of mild, but still, if you're looking for something that is positive, feel good, soulful, and thoughtful, give it a try, give it a shot. We also have Caustic Wound over here, some in the toilet, disgusting, filthy, heavy, guttural death metal with some other extreme elements in there that are a bit more experimental, noisy, weird. Give it a try. Give it a shot. I think this one came out through Profound Lore, who are always putting out something disgusting and scuzzy. Yes, this is Profound Lore, and Uranium Decay is the name of the song. We have also a new track from Boys Noize featuring none other than Rico Nasty, Girl Crush. And while there are spots on this track that I like and there are some ideas that I think are cool, this song could have been so much better. The drop on the chorus does not go that hard. Groove is just okay. Some of Rico's verses just feel a little tedious. Though, again, I do like the idea of the concept of this track. I do like the idea of putting together a Boys Noize style banger with a voice as bold as Rico Nasty's, but it just doesn't come together into the fireworks that I would have hoped once I saw these two names kind of linking up. Let's get into the tracks that I thought were the best this week, the ones that really kind of left a positive impression on me. One, U.S. Girls, $4 American. Great track. Great fucking track. If you listen to any track in this fucking list in this video, make it this one. The grooves, the vocals, the song, the sharp social commentary, the production. U.S. Girls is killing it. Killing it. We also have The Strokes, back with a brand new song. Reviewed this one over on the Fantano channel a little while ago. Loved it, despite the fact that it is pretty stripped back. It is pretty synth heavy, but Jillian does give an excellent vocal performance and some pretty heart-wrenching vocals on this track as well. Wondering if we're going to be shaping up for another one of the more experimental records in the Strokes discography, maybe like another Angles or something even weirder than Angles. We have SWMRS and FIDLAR teaming up for a 1975 cover of the song People, which goes over pretty well. You know, it rocks, kicks ass, goes hard. It's pretty cool. I like it. We also have Otoboke Beaver, Japanese punk band, coming through once again with a new single. This one over here is Dirty Old Fart. Dirty Old Fart, Waiting for My Reaction, which is a blistering track about, I guess, being, someone trying to romance you in a weird, creepy, pushy way through social media and, just hitting on the band members and that sort of thing. I'm sure for a band of Otoboke Beaver's stature, they get quite a bit of that, and it can be quite annoying. And artistically, they just decided to vent on that in a pretty funny song attached to a creative, cartoonish music video. So give it a try. Give it a shot. We have also, over here, a song from Nicole Atkins, Captain, featuring Britt Daniel of Spoon fame. And this is the first time I'm hearing of this artist, and I'm liking the throwback balladry on this one. The vocals are sharp. It's very, I'll say, dreamy and lush and pretty. It's like a bit of Baroque pop. If you like that Wise Blood record that dropped last year, I think you'll dig on this quite a bit. And we also have Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit. Don't know why I'm not able to talk right now. But Be Afraid is the name of this new track. And this is the first Jason Isbell song I've heard that I felt really kind of got me going. It kind of rocked. Although I feel like to get there, he ended up having to, adopt quite a bit of Neil Young sound. There's definitely like a strong folk rock element to this track, and the vocals are pretty Neil Young-ish, very nasal, and there's a real sense of like tragedy and the emotion coming through on the vocals too. So, if you like yourself a bit of country folk rock with that Neil Young touch, give it a shot. We have also over here a new song from Hot Snakes, which since their return, I've been a little, I guess, underwhelmed by much of what the band has put out. I don't know exactly why, but listening to this is like one of the most ass-kickingest songs they've put out in a long time. I Shall Be Free is the name of this one. And for whatever reason, it's that pink label just seems like it's popping off the computer screen to me. I don't know if it's like that for anybody else, but it's like it's I've looked at this cover before, but right now it looks like it's doing this like really weird optical illusion to me, and I don't know why. And I probably shouldn't be talking about it right now. I should probably be moving on to the next track, but it's just really stunning me right now. Okay. All right. Hatebreed, metalcore band Hatebreed from my neck of the woods. They are out with a brand new track. It's been a while since I've enjoyed some Hatebreed, and I'm not going to lie, the instrumentally, this is pretty stereotypical for a Hatebreed song, but still, I thought lyrically it was pretty clever. Every crown gets, a blade or a guillotine or whatever. I mean, I thought they were quite poetic, the lyrics on this track. I guess I'll leave it at that. Goes hard like a Hatebreed song should. Although again, you know, it is quite predictable with Hatebreed kind of sticking to their guns. It's a certain brand of metalcore. They don't really stray too far from the formula. It's just really kind of some good refrains, breakdowns, and you know, really just some of those lyrics on this one really caught me. All right, Grimes comes through with a brand new track, Delete Forever, which is a very spacey acoustic ballad that feels like almost like a 90s throwback. Not usually the sort of thing you expect from Grimes, and not only is it a good song, but aesthetically it's just pretty refreshing. Makes me look forward even more to her new record and just kind of seeing what other risks she takes throughout the rest of the album, because every teaser so far has like seen her going in a totally different direction, and hopefully I guess she maintains this exciting variety and song quality throughout the rest of the project. We have DaBaby, Shut Up, which is a pretty standard DaBaby type banger, but it does have a great beat, and it does have some stop you in your tracks, shut up type refrains, and there are a few clever bars here and there and quotables. So, you know, while it is simple, there isn't a whole lot to the formula. It's still pretty catchy, and it still goes hard, and it's still very compelling. DaBaby still has one of the more charming and captivating voices of the moment right now. Don't know, you know, how long that will be. I mean, hopefully that stays the case as long as he continues to challenge himself and do new and exciting things. So far, DaBaby seems like the kind of dude who he mostly succeeds in the feature context, and when he's doing some solo stuff, you know, he has kind of one or two gears that he operates in. But you know, I as long as he's dropping bangers now and they sound good, they sound good. All right, we also have this artist over here who I'm now just becoming familiar with. Caroline Rose, Freak Like Me is the name of this track, and it's a very dramatic, atmospheric, spotlit ballad with lyrics that detail an attraction to, I guess, a BDSM type sexual relationship, and trying to squeeze some romance out of that, essentially, some longing, some desire and need for, I guess, that kind of thing. And it's just portrayed in a very dramatic and lovely way. And hey, I mean, you know, no kink shaming here. If you know, this is the type of love song that you want to hear, because this is the type of love that really kind of gets in there, gets you in the feelings, then hey, this is your song. We have No Time to Die, brand new 007 track with Billie Eilish on vocals, and I reviewed this one over on the Fantano channel. Loved it. I think it was the perfect combination of, you know, those usual marks you expect out of a 007 theme song, those horns, those guitars, that beat in the last portion, the orchestra hits, and it was produced and presented in a way where Billie didn't need to change up too much vocally in order to fit in it. Billie isn't the type of voice that you typically associate with a Bond theme, as historically the theme is usually handed over to pretty bold singers, bold and dramatic singers. But Billie stepped up to the occasion. And, you know, again, partially that had to do with the production kind of working with her, because it is a very dark, dreary, moody presentation, which is, I think, where Billie works best vocally. But still, I think she sort of passed this one with flying colors, and it's easily one of my favorite Bond themes. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. That has been the weekly track roundup, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well, and remember, everything I talked about in this video is linked down below if you want to check it out. Okay? We will see you in the next video, and make sure to hit up our Patreon page too, because that's down there as well. And yeah, Anthony Fantano, weekly track roundup, forever.